Hello everyone, welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review. In today's Doctor action figure review, I'm taking a look at the retail edition of Ruby Sunday based from her appearance in Dot and Bubble. So the way this is going to work is we're going to take a look at the packaging, do the articulation and detail, and a comparison to the Vortex edition Ruby Sunday as well. So without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging. The packaging for the retail Ruby Sunday figure, so of course we have the blister card packaging there, the style guide motif there, Doctor Who the TARDIS Ruby Sunday, the 15th Doctor the scaled figure, articulated action figure, the window box displaying the figure, which is all very lovely, the side, and on the back we've got a little image of Ruby Sunday from the Church of Ruby Road and a bio on the character there. Articulation wise for Ruby Sunday, so the head can move side to side but is hindered by the fur collar and the hair. The head can go up and down, and of course a little bit of rock to the side, but again is hindered by the fur collar. The arms can do a full 360 degree turn. They are ball jointed. Bend at the elbow, 360 degrees at the elbow as well. We do have wrist articulation but is hindered by the fur collar of the jacket. We have the pivot joint which can go forwards, backwards, side to side. The legs can kick out ever so slightly but are hindered by the skirt. We do have 360 at the thigh, bend at the knee, 360 degrees at the boot. With the packaging and the articulation out of the way, let's take a look at the details. So if we bring in Ruby Sunday, so the likeness, I think that it is a really good likeness to Millie Gibson, I would say, but it's a strong likeness, not as strong as the Shooting Atwell one, but you can definitely tell that it is Millie Gibson there. So we take a look at the hair sculpt. So the hair has been given this nice sort of base blonde wash, and then a slightly sort of darker wash over to really sort of give it that texture. And you can see sort of the hair strand sculpting detail there, which again, really nice detailing, especially on the bangs of the hair. I will say that I would have liked a little bit more paint on the sort of, I guess, the roots of the hair. As you can see there on the actual sort of promotional image there, you can see that the hair should be a little slightly darker at the top of the roots there, but still, you know, still great sort of detailing there. You can see with the different blondes there, and sort of how the hair naturally falls with the individual strand detail, which again, great detailing. And of course we have a sort of Millie sort of, I guess, sort of birthmark there with sort of the scar on the eyebrow, great detailing with the little dimples there. You know, really nice sort of portrait of Millie Gibson, like I say. If we move down to the costume, like I say, this is based off Dot and Bubble. So this is sort of a vague approximation of a costume. I think that it works fine. I think that this is a good approximation because she has sort of the fur collar of the jacket there, but that's been replicated wonderfully with sort of the fur detailing there, sort of a nice texturing. We've got this lovely sort of denim effect with sort of a light blue, and then it's been given a wash over it to sort of give it that sort of denim effect, which I think works pretty well. We've got a nice detailing of the seams of the jacket where it's all been stitched together, and on the arms there you can see sort of the denim effect there, which again, really lovely attention to detail. If we move down to the arms, so again we have the fur collar on the sort of cuff of the jacket, which is inaccurate. But I'm glad that they sort of just painted and just sort of went all out for it, because, you know, it will look a bit weird if it wasn't. Then we have the buckle and fasten painted this great sort of brass copper colour, which really does pop against the denim effect there. And of course that sort of brass effect and copper effect is done on the buttons of the lower belt of the jacket there. Again, really great detailing. If we move down to the jumper, this has been given this sort of dotted motif there. Again, you can see sort of the texturing of the jumper, and of course we do have her jewellery there again, which again, really clean paint ups there, no paint bleed, so that is wonderful. And one thing I forgot to mention in my Vortex edition, they've even got the sort of texturing inside the jacket, which again, great attention to detail. If we move down to the skirt, but in I think Dot and Bubble, their shorts, this has been given this nice royal midnight blue navy effect, which again is great. That they've really captured that wonderfully. It's sort of been given this light wash to give that sort of nice textured detailing to it. Again, lovely. Then we have the belt buckle there, fastened there. Again, that's been painted wonderfully. Then we have her grey tights there, and of course her big chunky Boots there, again, great detailing with sort of the lacing effect there, and the two sort of sole definition there, sort of the rubber sole, and of course we even have sort of the indentations of the grips of the boot. So yeah, this is a lovely little addition in terms of the costume, because this was the first sort of costume we saw Ruby Sunday in. So yeah, that is the detail for this figure. So let's do a little comparison to the Vortex edition. And doing a quick comparison to the other Ruby Sunday, the Vortex edition, this Ruby doesn't come with any accessories, it's just a vanilla release. I guess, you know, we're used to that with other companion figures not coming with accessories, but I guess, you know, it makes the Vortex edition a little bit more desirable, especially for the mobile, because that's a fun little accessory. But yeah, in terms of the likeness, there's no real differences, it's just the paint variation to give us the dot and bubble costume there, as you can see. Yeah, very nice detail, legs pretty much identical, it's just mainly the sort of torso and I guess sort of the skirt section where the figure differs there. But yeah, there we go, that is the little comparison for Ruby Sunday. Again, nice detailing with the nail varnish. So what are my overall thoughts on the retail version of Ruby Sunday based off Dot and Bubble? Well, I think that it's a great figure, I think the likeness is stunning. I think I personally prefer the Vortex edition of Ruby Sunday because I think when they were doing the promo for season 1, that was sort of the look for the posters, wasn't it? That look and the Space Babies 15th Doctor. But if we take a look at the Dot and Bubble one, like I say, I think that it's a great sort of reuse of that body to give us this costume. I think the articulation, though, is much improvement across the board against other characters. I think Ruby's the one where she really struggles because of the legs, because the legs are on a mushroom joint, so it's a very small little joint so that you don't get much movement, and her legs don't go out, so you really have to sort of find find the balance point, because otherwise she does tend to fall over otherwise, because just the way the boots are sculpted that sort of make her sort of lean backwards, so you sort of lose that sort of centre of gravity. But I guess that sort of main pivot joint really does aid the figure. Like I say, wonderful likeness, and yeah, I guess a nice little pop of colour on the shelf, and of course it's given you a variant of Ruby, so you know, whatever one you want to display on the shelf, whatever costume you prefer. But yeah, I have to say, a great little figure. Support these figures, like I said in the 15th Doctor video, if you want more diverse characters, then buy these retail versions, because it's a good indication for characters to go, look, these are selling, let's do some more, and then you can buy some, you know. So yeah, I think that it's a great little update, nice little version of Ruby, nice little variant, and hopefully we can see some monsters down the line. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.